This is cubicle number 2. Lower layer. And if you look close there, you see on the bottom is a wall panel. We're symmetrical left to right about the entrance. And here again, there's a wall panel down on the bottom. On the bottom there is a desk. On the bottom over here is a desk. Next layer on cubicle number 2, we've got a ream there, a ream there, a ream there, a ream there, a ream back there, a ream in the wastebasket, and an equal number of reams on this side. And here's the view from the west of cubicle number 2. The tiles here, of course, are 12 by 12 ceiling tiles. This is 9 by 24 inch gypsum board, interspersed here as well in the bottom layer. Okay, we're beginning to add more of the side panels onto this mess. And here we put 3 panels on top of each other in order to assure that we've got space here for the jet fuel to get into and get a fire going on the underside of these panels, especially considering that the igniter will be heated from above mainly. View from the west, same setup. Cubicle number 2. And there's panel on top of panel, another panel on top of panel, so there's 4 panels deep there. There's a ceiling tile stuck in there, there's a gap. Some gaps here. Okay, there's an area under this side panel, which is held up by the computer. It means it's going to slowly collapse. There's the area under this side panel, held up by the chair.
Do we want these? They have a little bit of plastic.
I don't think it's worth it.
Okay. One thing that we need to do now is we need to put
Okay, and here's the west
the rest
view
of the ceiling tile
of
and
this
the rest
stuff.
of the drywall. Here? On top. This is only half of it.
Final arrangement on cubicle number 2. Much of the drywall, except for 4 pieces near the bottom, on top of the lowest layer of materials here, has been pulled out. So we're dealing primarily with ceiling tiles as the inerts here. And in the process of pulling that out, some things got jostled around.
Alex,
Yes.
you don't have any more of those little white pads with these little pads, so we get you.
So now, for example, the ends of the bookcases are a little rearranged. Things are dark in there, not necessarily arranged as they were in the beginning, with regard to where the ceiling tiles are vis-a-vis the desktop. West view. There's your ceiling tiles on top of
If you want to do exactly the same
the
thing, I mean, not exactly the same thing, but remove
wall
the
of
ceiling
panels.
tile.
And Anthony pulled out one more 9 by 24 piece of chipboard out in the back in the far corner there. 3 for test number 5, which is partially broken down here. This is the view from the east. This cubicle is against the north wall here on the right. And see the computer underneath there. Side panels flipped over on top of the desk surfaces. Large desk surface flipped downward. on top of another panel. These corners to the south are still intact. Okay. Okay, now I'm looking from the south into the southeast corner. Southeast.
This one in the back. There's a double.
And there's the north wall. There's the panel flipped over with computer. There's the ends of the bookcases. The wastebasket's back there with a normal amount of paper. There's the top of the computer processor. There's the large desk surface. And here is the intact material on the south. Papers in the drawers as usual. Here's a view of the southeast corner with its 4 document boxes spilled over and covered partially with intermixed with tiles and chipboard. And here's a view of this side of the cubicle looking through the entryway. I'm not sure what was recording and what wasn't in the last few minutes here, so I'm going to redo all this. There's the entryway, paper, chipboard, document boxes skewed around the base of the chair, which is upended. And the area, computer desk area is tilted down, pretty well supported underneath, so it should stay like that if the steel brackets are in place. Here's the southwest corner of the desk. 3 rooms of paper interspersed and covered largely by chipboard. I'm looking now at the top of the eastern side of the thing, looking at the various piles of paper in the southeast corner and toward now up to the northeast side corner of the setup. Now I'm standing in the entryway on the east side of the entryway, looking number 3 on the cubicle. Scrolling down, showing the computer sitting underneath the, actually, that's the monitor, and it's sitting under this fallen 2x4 panel here. Behind it is the computer processor fallen over, and the wastebasket fallen over back in there too, underneath that part of the desk. Okay, now I'm standing in the entryway again. This is the western side of the entryway. Looking at lots of paper spilled, document boxes spilled. These are all from the bookshelf. Looking into the area where they've fallen around the base of the chair. Get a little more perspective here. Looking toward the north 4-foot high panel, which is tilted inward. Underneath all this is the tall panel from the bookshelf. It's actually underneath that desk. It's sloped under, down at a 45-degree angle from the north. Okay, now I'm looking from the west into the northwest corner. You see the panel, the 5-foot high panel, which had the bookcase on top of it, laying on the floor, blocking the floor. You see the wastebasket deep inside there. You can see a few tiles, chipboard and a tile sitting on top of that. Here's a float desk. In addition to that bracket that you see there, with not holding it, there is a steel bracket in place which are holding it. And here's the stuff on top of that desk. And if you were looking toward the northeast, you get the idea that it is broken down in. And we have definitely some changes are going to happen here in the burning rate of things. Here's the southeast corner. Here's a view of the chair with the chipboard blocking. Here's a view of the southwest area, corner area. There's a paper, the white stuff is paper stacks.
Yeah.
I keep hitting the wrong button when I'm trying to zoom. And there's the bookcases of the file cabinets fully in place, unchanged. Okay, here I am standing next to the west wall, a little bit to the south, looking down at the desk, chair, upended, and showing how it is laying relative to everything else. And there's a number 3 over there. And
We have the water here.
there's a story in north east corner. Okay, we are resuming on December 2nd, 2003 to look at Cubicle 3, which has had to be, Cubicle 3 has had some substantial redesignment, redistribution of upper fuel items, at least, because of problems with the load cells. And this is the new version, and it should be the final version. One of the things that happened is that one of the file cabinets got removed. The other thing happened is that some of the weight on the diagonally opposite corners got redistributed here. So we'll try to review the whole thing. Okay, looking at the northeast corner, we see drywall, we see the computer processor, tile, carpeting, and the edge here of the file cabinet that's remaining on this side. On the other side of the computer processor is the wastebasket, which is a major fuel item that is potentially going to play upward and onto the underside of the desk, which is laying in there. Maybe the only thing that does that. And it's only catching one outer corner of it, the northeast corner of the big desk surface. Okay, coming up over the top, here's the still horizontal 2-foot by 4-foot desk surface with its panel connected to it. I'm working my way toward the mess on the east side of the cubicle. There's a 2-foot wide section of panel right there with several tiles and some chipboard on top. And there's the undisturbed desk surface, but largely covered. Notice that there is some paper under there. That's a pretty good amount of space. Now standing in the southeast corner, looking at the desktop, you see some spilled. Remember, there's 4 file folders in this corner. They're all spilled over and covered over by this panel section, 2-foot by 4-foot panel section. And okay, still continuing with the east side. There's the underside of what looks like in the southeast corner. Coverage on the desktop surface there and paper, and completely gap with various pieces of inert material spilled underneath there. And here's the cabinet that got removed, and down below we have most of that area, carpet area, covered by inert material, mostly chipboard. There's one remaining cabinet there. We saw it from the other side, the east side. This is new. This panel laying here like this is new. You see back in the corner into the top of the computer processor, which is leaning against the tipped over wastebasket. And you see we got a true mess material here. Let me look under this. So still looking from the southwest corner into the northeast direction. I'm looking under this panel with number 3 on top. We see the chairs spilled over here. The various document boxes, paper with them. Underneath this is quite a bit of inner tile covering the floor, carpeting. And I see more spilled paper there. And in the entryway, looking north, this is a 4-foot wide panel tipped over the top of everything. Again, this is done to get the good weight distribution on the load cells. Here's the southwest corner of the cubicle. This desktop still in place, sitting on top of a file cabinet. And it's 3 reams of paper are in place, distributed files, and rather extensively covered by inert material again. Okay, I'm working my way to. Now we're looking straight from the west. This is the southwest corner, the cabinet in place. There again is the stuff on the southeast corner. Stuff in the southwest corner. Here's this 4-foot wide panel. Here's what's underneath it. And here we see the legs of the chairs. You see just the wheels of the chair there, visible far enough away that that fire is not going to feed into this panel too well. That chair fire might feed under the panel on the southeast corner. But this panel, the desk surface, has very little underneath it that's going to burn. This is a panel laying on the floor that had the bookcase on top. There's the wastebasket lying over inside there. That may get us some heat underneath the far edge of this big computer corner desk surface. It's got firm light stuff on top. And there's a space up here and then an enclosure that's not going to burn too well because the top of it is just a panel with thermoplastic fabric. This is the tilted panel. And getting closer here. This is what things look like on top, far side, and then on this side with a fair amount of this panel surface area on top, also covered by inert material tiles and zipper. Here's another view of the southwest corner on top. Let me confirm, I just went over there and looked more carefully, that only the very bottom end of that wastebasket is going to feed fire up under the underside of this large corner desk section that's on a 45-degree angle or a 30-degree angle. Unless it melts and flows in all directions, it won't be very effective at getting that going. And we'll see what happens. That's going to be the slowest part of the fire. See, again, a lot of detritus on top of that. The gray thing on top of the desk surface, we see edge on here, beneath the paper and the desk surface, is the bottom shelf of the bookcase, so it's steel, so it's completely inert. Okay, I'm standing in the northwest corner of the enclosure, looking right now at cubicle number 1, and in a moment, and then over to cubicle number 2. Let me zoom in a little bit. Cubicle 1. And then cubicle 2, there's the burner in the distance, essentially adjacent to cubicle 2. We run at 2 megawatts for 10 minutes. And there's cubicle 3, which we've just been looking at. Now the next thing I want to do, and we've got the usual setup with thermocouple trees here, and the usual setup with the amount of carpet that we've got. Walk down here, and then there's no inert coverage on this carpeting here. We're going to have Jet A here. It's going to make a trail on that carpet. Okay, I want to get down to low level and look under these piles that are making up cubicle 1 and 2. Okay, pardon the sideways view here, but this is the view in under the pile, cubicle number 1. You see a goodly amount of open area there, in which there is spilled paper, spilled documents, boxes, and looking in that direction, the computer, and behind it the wastebasket, along the center line, which also then includes the chair. Switching to the other side of this chair, and now looking into the same thing, we see again a tunnel, a tent-like roof with a gap at the top, forming a chimney on either side of the chair and the computer. And again, on this side, we have document boxes spilled and so forth, and we have various inner tiles spilled out throughout there. I am now looking at cubicle 2 down in under the spilled pile, trying to show the level of porosity here. And again, the same kinds of materials are present underneath this roof, tent roof, as are present in cubicle 1. And this is the other side. This is the east side of cubicle 2, and right there is the burner. So this is, again, the level of porosity and the amount of spillage. All the plastic parts and the bases of the thing are thrown into there as well. So that's an indication of the openness of this, and the layering above it.